Treaty of Versailles. So we will now explain a little bit more detail and so in the last session I ended that session with the armistice and Treaty of Versailles in France. The meaning for armistice means it's an official agreement to stop fighting a war between the two groups or two nations. That's it for meaning of armistice and Treaty of Versailles. Treaty means it's a agreement taking place between the two warring nations or two warring groups that took place in France. So now we will discuss in detail about the slide. Germany ultimately surrendered in November 19. This means, so in the year November 1918, in the year 1918, November, completely and ultimately, Germany got surrendered to Allies powers. So actually, that took effect from the 11th November of 1918. So the previous point they said, without any exact date, they are given it as just November 1918. But in the next point or next line, they give it as, so they surrendered and they completely surrender and they can't be more any other damage or causes to the anyone else. So that took effect from the 11th November of 1918. So Germany ultimately surrendered and that the effect was took effect from November 11th, 1918. Germany was forced to accept harsh terms by the political situation at home with the abdication of Kaiser. So this point expresses or tells about so the political scenario and the abdication. Abdication means who is being removed from the posting or who is not failing to do his roles and duties in a proper way to secure their country and power. So the Germany was forced to accept the harsh terms and conditions which was took effect from 11th November 1918 that took place in Treaty of Versailles. That is due to there is a unstable political situation due to the bad political situation in their home nation and removal of Kaiser Wilhelm II from the power because of he is not able to do his roles and functions properly in favor and strengthening of the Germany powers. So that led to completely they accepted the completely accepted the surrendering all the weapons, arms and ammunition to the Allies powers. So in the last slide and this slide also, I'm twice or thrice I'm continuing the same points. Just to remember this. This will be very important area, I think so. So the Treaty of Versailles that took place in France created impact on, or ultimately Germany got surrendered to the Allied powers due to the unstable political situation in Germany and the removal of Kaiser Wilhelm to, because he failed to do the roles to or strengthen the powers of Germany. So the peace conference opened in Paris in January 1919. So after the effect of Germany has to surrender their ultimate powers and their frontiers to the colonies to their respective states and other nations, that took effect from 11th November 1918. So after that, in Paris, in January 1919, 2 months after the signing of armistice agreement, which was organized by Woodrow Wilson, who represented on behalf of USA, on behalf of England, Lloyd George represented, and on behalf of France, Clemenceau represented the peace conference in Paris, which took place in France. So actually, these are the important leaders those who took part in the peace conference treaty or agreement that took place in January 1919. And then now we will move to the. So, faced with the threat of a renewed war, the German government was forced to agree to the terms. On 28 June 1919, the peace treaty was signed in Hall of Mirrors at Versailles. So remember this line, where the treaty of Versailles signed, the location Hall of Mirrors at Versailles in France. So there is a option of or a chance of again outbreak of renewing the war situation created by German government forced to agree the terms that took place in the June 1919 made by the opposite powers of allies to entirely surrender the central powers of Germany to allies powers. So due to that, Germany completely surrendered and they accepted all the treaty of provisions and they have to undergo for reparations and damage which caused to the weaker colonies and other European powers. So damage and collapses which were created by Germany has to, by themselves they have to repair and repay the equal to the damages caused by the German forces to the respective colonies and nations. So that under all what provisions and what their reparations and what they are repaying for their collapse and damage caused, that under all we will see in the next slide. So there is a provisions of the treaty. So in the treaty or agreement, there are certain provisions which has to be given to the Germany, because that is the only central power which created more trouble, collapse, damage, and destroyed many of the resources, human wealth, and other infrastructures of the weaker colonies and opposite allies powers. So that's why this treaty giving some provisions. Provisions means they have to do this. The allies group suggesting and conveying this you have to do and follow. From this treaty, you have to follow this date with effect. You have to follow and do the repairing and repayment of what damages and causes you did to the weaker colonies and other powers, other nations. So they have given some 10 provisions which has to be followed by the Germany and its government. So let me explain it by one. Germany was found guilty of starting the war and therefore was to pay reparations for the loss suffered. The Reparation Commission decided compensation of 6,006 million pounds to be paid in installments. All the central powers were directed to pay war indemnity. So that means the first point is that the Reparation Commission, which was created by the Treaty of Versailles or Armistice Agreement, they created a Reparation Commission which deals about the reparation or damages which caused by the German forces. They are decided and suggesting that Germany has to pay or give a compensation of 6,600 million pounds in a installment basis to recover and reverse back to the normal situations of the weaker colonies and the other allies powers, those who faced the damages or any other causes or effects faced during the First World War One. So remember, this pound is the England's currency. So equal to this 6,600 million pounds, they have to pay the in a money of pounds to the weaker colonies, those who have suffered and those who had a bad experience in the First World War One, facing the loss of human life and other infrastructures and other resources. So, along with Germany, the other central powers also they have to bear and share the losses. Indemnity means loss, which were loss incurred or created to the other weaker colonies and other European powers who faced the losses in the First World War One. So this is an important question. This may come in the exam also, exam point of view. This is important. Remember this, they may ask, write the provisions of the Treaty of Versailles. Questions like this they will ask. So be listen and attentive. This will be helpful for answering the book back questions. The next point is German army was to be limited to 1 lakh men. So the second provision or what they are suggesting is so the German army has to be reduced to only a 1 lakh men. So that means the German army has to only have a maintain only consisting of 1 lakh men with soldiers. Only 1 lakh men with soldiers they have to maintain the army. And next is a small navy was allowed. The defense forces are with 1 lakh army men, they can continue their army forces. And navy also they allow, but there should not be any submarines. And air force were not allowed to maintain. So what their provision they are giving means you can have a 1 lakh army men with soldiers, and also they are giving naval facilities. The naval forces also you can continue, and but submarines are not allowed to use, and the air forces were also allowed to not maintain. So air forces were not allowed to maintain and use it. So the next provision is the togetherness of Austria and Germany was forbidden. Forbidden means which is not permitted. That means the union or the togetherness of Germany and Austria was not allowed, and Germany has to acknowledge and respect the independence of Austria. So the Germany should give assurance or ensure that Austria should not be with his control or they are not allowed to be in a team. So Germany has to acknowledge and accept the independence of Austria. So the next point is Germany was forced to give up all the rights and titles over her overseas possessions to the Allies. So there may be some controlling rights and territories which were weaker colonies which were captured and annexed by the German forces. They have to give all the rights and titles or what are the powers they are having in the weaker colonies or other nations that has to be given to the allies or opposites known as allies. All German colonies become mandated territories under the League of Nations. The next point in this is, so they have to surrender the rights and titles to the allies' possessions and to the allies' side, and colonies which were under the German control, which has to be mandatorily should given to the under the League of Nations. So League of Nations means it's associations formed to get back or bring back the peace in the world. So that nation suggesting that German has to give their colonies which were under them has to be mandatorily come under to the League of Nations. So now we will move to the next point. Germany was forced to give up all the rights and titles over her overseas possession to the allies, and also the colonies which were under the Germany that has to be surrendered or given to the League of Nations. So next point is Germany was forced to revoke Treaty of Brest-Litovsk with Russia and Bucharest in Bulgaria. That means, so the German forces are compulsorily or forcingly they are having a treaty with Russia and Bulgaria. So that treaty has to be completely and officially cancelled. So the Germany has to emphasis or suggest or not suggest, they have to give the treaty and agreement which was done between the Russia with Germany and Germany with Bulgaria, that has to be stopped and that has to be abandoned or it has to be clear between this two nations. So Germany has to completely eliminate or stop that treaty or agreement which had with Russia and the Bulgaria. So that was the fifth provision which was given by the Treaty of Versailles. Sixth provision is Alsace-Lorraine was returned to France. So in this point, Germany has to give back the treaty and agreements which were signed between Russia and Germany and Bulgaria, that and all has to be cleared or stopped or that has to be removed. So likewise with France also they have to return the frontiers which were captured or annexed by the Germany, that has to be returned to the France. So this was a region or territory captured from France that has to be Germany has to surrender to France. So these are the provisions. The next provision is the former Russian territories of Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania were to be independent. So Germany has to make ensure and they have to give independence to the Russian former Russian territories. Former Russian means they were earlier under the control of or belong to the territories of Russian borders. So this Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania were to be made or declared independent by the German forces or Germany. The next point is Northern Schleswig was given to Denmark and some small district to be Belgium. So next portion is, so Northern Schleswig, I think so, this border or frontier which we come under, or this has to be given to the Denmark and some of the other small districts has to be given to the Belgium, which were captured respectively from Belgium and Denmark. Next question is Poland was recreated with a corridor to Baltic containing the German port of Danzig, which was to be a free city under the auspices of League of Nations. This means there is a Poland is a country which has to be recreated that should not be under the control of German port. Under the German port of Danzig, which was to be declared as a free city under the supervision or guidance of auspices of League of Nations. So next provision will be Rhineland. Rhineland is a river which is west of Germany, which is a river in the west of the Germany that has to be given or occupied by the Allies groups. The area on the east bank of the Rhine was to be demilitarized. So Rhineland is a river body which has to be given to the Allies by Germany. Germany has to give or surrender the river Rhineland water body to Allies, and the east bank of the Rhine was to be demilitarized. There should not be any military forces to be sent to secure the borders. So that means they should not use the militaries in the east of the Rhineland river body.